how do rich people actually get rich? It's not all about luck, flashy jobs, or even winning the lottery. Most of them get rich by making smart, often simple decisions. One of the most common ways? They buy a cheap home and hold on to it while it appreciates. Let's break that down in a way that's super easy to understand. Imagine this. 24 years ago, the median cost of a home was around $150,000. Sounds cheap compared to today, right? But back then, that price tag wasn't exactly a bargain. In fact, it felt pretty expensive to a lot of people. But those who decided to take the plunge and buy a home at that price didn't just spend their money, they made a long-term investment. Fast forward to today, and that same home is now worth around $450,000. That's right. Without doing anything more than just living their lives, those homeowners have seen their property's value triple. They didn't have to flip it, rent it out, or make major renovations. They simply lived in it, enjoyed their daily routines, and watched their TV shows, all while their home quietly gained value. Rich people know one simple truth: time is money. But here's the catch. They're not just selling their own time. No, they're selling other people's time. Think about a company like Amazon. It's not just a tech giant or a place to get that same-day delivery. It's a colossal clock powered by 1.5 million employees. Each of those employees is contributing their time, and every minute they work is directly translating into massive revenue streams for those at the top. The genius here is in how the rich have built systems that run like clockwork, converting the hours worked by millions into serious wealth. But let's not stop there. Selling other people's time is just the beginning. The rich also understand that time can be turned into something even more valuable: data. Data is like gold in the digital age. It tells companies what's working, what's not, and where to make changes. When Amazon or any other massive corporation gathers this data, they're able to scale up their operations. They can refine their processes, cut costs, and boost profits, all while using the time and effort of others. It's like having a never-ending feedback loop that keeps the money flowing in. So, what does this mean in the grand scheme of things? For the rich, it's not just about getting more work done. It's about building a machine that keeps working, even when they're not. They don't need to be in the office or on the factory floor. They've already set things in motion. The hours worked by their employees feed into this giant system that's designed to grow, adapt, and become more profitable with each passing day. And as it grows, so does their wealth. But here's the kicker. They're not just doing this on a small scale. They're doing it on a massive global scale. Companies like Amazon aren't just making money in one country. They're making money all over the world. And with every new employee they hire, they're adding more time to their clock, more data to their systems, and more money to their bottom line. The taxi industry. For decades, taxis ruled the streets, and their business model seemed unshakable. But then came Uber. This ride-sharing giant didn't just compete with taxis, it disrupted the entire industry. The result? A global decline of 10 to 20% in annual revenue for traditional taxi services. Uber didn't just steal customers, they stole market share, influence, and, yes, wealth. They gave people something the taxi industry wasn't offering: convenience, transparency, and a seamless digital experience. Rich people take the time to learn about the stock market. They don't just earn money and save it, they make their money earn more money. They understand that money sitting idle is money that's losing value. Inflation eats away at cash, making it worth less over time. So, instead of letting their money gather dust, they invest it in stocks, bonds, real estate, and other assets that have the potential to grow in value. Now, let's break this down. The rich don't just save their money, they invest it. And when they invest, they're thinking long-term. They're not looking for quick wins or get-rich-quick schemes. They're looking for steady, reliable growth. They understand the power of compounding, where the returns on their investments generate even more returns. It's like planting a tree. You start with a small seed, and over time, it grows into something much bigger. But here's the key. The rich don't just invest once and forget about it. They keep an eye on their investments. They're constantly learning, adapting, and making adjustments to their portfolios. They know that the market changes, and they're ready to change with it. It's not about timing the market. It's about time in the market. The longer they stay invested, the more opportunities they have to grow their wealth. Think about it. The people who succeed aren't necessarily the most naturally gifted. They're the ones who put in the hours, who turn their passion into a daily routine, and who refuse to be deterred by setbacks. They understand that embarrassment and fear are just obstacles to be overcome. Instead of letting those feelings paralyze them, they use them as fuel to push harder and go further. Success isn't handed to you on a silver platter. It's earned through a combination of hard work, focus, and, yes, a bit of obsession. The next time you feel like holding back because you're embarrassed about wanting to be great, remember that it's those who push past those feelings who make real strides. They're the ones who turn their dreams into reality, not by being the most talented, but by refusing to let their talent go to waste. People with a college degree earn roughly $40,000 more annually compared to those who only have a high school diploma. That's a significant jump, and it's just the beginning. For those who manage to graduate from an Ivy League school, the earnings bump is even more impressive, about $60,000 more per year than non-Ivy League grads. It's clear, higher education can mean a bigger paycheck. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, tuition fees. The cost of an Ivy League education can be staggering, averaging around $90,000 a year. That's a hefty price tag, no doubt. But here's the kicker. If you choose the right field of study, the return on investment can be substantial. Take law, for example. With a law degree, you're looking at a potential starting salary of around $90,000 a year. Fast forward a bit, and by mid-career, you could be earning around $260,000 annually. The initial investment is steep, but the payoff can be huge. Thanks for watching. Please like the video, press the subscribe button, and also drop your thoughts in the comment section.